While I get things up and running, guys, welcome back. Jabber1 is here, and you might notice this is not my typical setting. This is something totally different than you're probably used to seeing from me. But nonetheless, here I am, ready to get after it. While I get things up with you guys. So, stream is live. I'll be looking for comments coming in as we go. But the biggest thing today is I want to get started on the updates that we've seen today from Bethesda as it relates to their different IPs, as it relates to what's going on with, obviously, Starfield moving over, because that was kind of up in the air from some comments that were made by Xbox themselves, now that they own Bethesda. So you have that. Then you've got the commentary, too, on where is the Elder Scrolls 6 at, which a lot was left hidden and behind the scenes with ES6. But they did reference some pretty cool things with Fallout. I'm actually getting a post on Facebook pulled up as we speak. I'm in the middle of my work day. I'm on lunch right now, so I wanted to get this video out. I know it's been a minute since I've posted. I've been working on a home project, completely renovating a house my dad built back in '95. And then he and I are doing all the work, mostly ourselves. Got a couple people that have come out to help on a few things. A couple buddies have helped hang some drywall. And we've had some contractors do electrical and a little bit of plumbing, HVAC, but most of it's been us. So that being said, that's kept me super busy. It's kept me away from making some content recently, but I'm hoping that once I get my new studio and gaming room established, we can actually continue on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this post from Bethesda pulled up, and we're going to dive into this. So right now I see that it looks like you guys couldn't really see anything on my screen. But let me just get some content actually rolling here. So for the time being, Bethesda Studios had some content or some comments they put out. And what I'm seeing here is Starfield actually shared the post. And that's where I actually first saw it about 3 hours ago here this morning. So huge, huge, huge updates. But I'm going to switch over so that you can see what we're working with here from Bethesda themselves. So I'm going to read into this, and then you guys, if you hop in and see this, let me know your thoughts too in the comments. I'll be checking that as we go here in case anything pops up. But a note from Bethesda Game Studios. We love making these worlds as much as you love playing in them. Today we want to share what's next for Bethesda Game Studios and what you can expect from us in the years ahead. For 40 years, we've built games that have entertained almost 500 million players. More than just games, these are worlds. Worlds for you to explore, shape, and make your own. Worlds we return to together. That's what's driving us forward. We're investing more deeply in the worlds players love, giving creators a bigger role in shaping their experiences, and bringing our teams closer together so we can get our games into your hands sooner, support them longer, and continue building them alongside you for decades to come. So here's where they dive into Starfield more. So Starfield continues. With over 17 million players logging almost 1 billion hours to date, Starfield remains an important part of our future. As we enter year 3, we'll continue expanding the settled systems with new stories, targeted gameplay improvements, and additional updates, while preparing for the launch of new Starborn content next year. That is a huge tidbit of information. And this is very, very, I would say, out of the ordinary for Bethesda to do something like this. They very rarely actually dive into information, put it into text as plainly as they did in this post here today. And that Starborn content, that was speculative. People were thinking that would be the last update they did, or DLC, excuse me. But obviously that was the Terran Armada DLC. So more than 40% of players already customize their experience through creations, and we'll continue investing in creators and giving players new ways to make Starfield their own. Which is them basically saying, yeah, we're going to still make money through paid mods. No shocker there. So, created by players, we've believed from the beginning that our worlds belong not only to the people who make them, but also to people who play them. That's why we've long provided players with the tools to create their own experiences, dating back to the Morrowind construction set. This year marked another major milestone for creations with its expansion to Fallout 4, joining Skyrim and Starfield. We are proud to say creators have already earned more than $10 million in royalties from their work, which is actually a pretty impressive stat. I mean, considering there's obviously quite a few, I'm going to zoom this in, quite a few creators and mods out there, but that's cool. At least that some people are getting paid for their work, because I mean, they deserve it, helping Bethesda keep their game moving. I'd like to have seen more support regularly on Starfield, because I personally enjoy the game. But nonetheless, this is where we're at, and we got to take things as we get them. So the future of Fallout, and this is a big one from the community, and they have a ton of information here to be found. So Fallout is one of our biggest priorities today. Fallout 5 remains our long-range destination, and we have multiple Fallout projects in active development right now. And I think they kind of reference that a little bit later in this. Fallout 76 continues to be home to millions of players exploring Appalachia together. With nearly 70 free updates released to date, the journey is far from over. In fact, we have a major Fallout 76 expansion planned for next year, Raven Rock, a prequel story to Fallout 3, which is interesting, could be cool, but myself, I'm kind of past the Fallout 76 phase. I mean, I've hopped in a couple times here and there, but it's not something that captivates me like a full single-player experience would, given that you have to be on an online server. But Fallout 4, the most award-winning game in the franchise, just celebrated its 10-year anniversary and recently passed over 35 million copies sold. Good for them. Continuing to attract a new audience every year. We also know many players want to revisit previous Fallout experiences. While we're not announcing any dates today, we have been working on remasters for both Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. Guys, this one is huge. This is a huge piece of information for us. Because not only are they working on Fallout 3, but they're also working on Fallout New Vegas and remasters. And that is what I think they were referencing up above, is they have some projects in active development right now. And I think this is probably partnering with maybe other studios to make this happen, similar to what we saw with Oblivion remastered. So Fallout Shelter continues to be the most popular way to experience Fallout on the go. 250 million players. There's more ahead for Fallout Shelter, including new seasons. An unscripted Fallout Shelter television project is also in the works with our partners at Amazon Studios and Kilter Films. I thought about filling out that questionnaire to be on the show, but I'm too busy for that. I've got way too much going on. Would be cool, though. We'd like to congratulate Kilter Films and Amazon Studios on the 10 Emmy nominations for Fallout Season 2. Production on Season 3 is already underway. And in a lot of this post, too, guys, one thing to keep in mind is they're trying to pat themselves on the back a little bit as well. Being like, guys, we know you have some frustrations with us, but look at all these cool things we've done. So there's a degree of that in here, but, I mean, some of it is earned. Fallout series is really good. It's enjoyable, and it fits into the universe quite nicely. And while we won't host a traditional Fallout Day broadcast this year, we're already planning something special for Fallout's 30th anniversary in 2027, when Fallout Day will be celebrated live in Washington, D.C. And I'm guessing some of that will be like live action type stuff for that Fallout Shelter series. That's kind of like a reality show. That'll be interesting. So studio collaboration. The Wasteland continues to expand as we team up once again with our longtime friends at Obsidian Entertainment. We're happy to confirm they are working with us on a new Fallout project. We'll have more to share in the future. We are also bringing our teams closer together across Bethesda. ZeniMax Online Studios will partner closely with Bethesda Game Studios on the Elder Scrolls franchise, while continuing to deliver incredible new experiences for the Elder Scrolls Online Season 1. Return of the Thieves Guild recently launched, and the team has more planned for the future. By aligning more directly across the franchise, we can create even better experiences for players. Bringing our teams closer together is helping us build a stronger foundation for everything we create next. Which is good. I mean, at this point, I'm over Elder Scrolls Online. I just want another mainline entry. There's some cool things in it, some cool lore drops. I know some people really enjoy it. Me, I just want Elder Scrolls 6. So the Elder Scrolls and beyond. The foundation extends beyond our teams to the technology, tools, and systems that will power the next generation of Bethesda RPGs. Our teams are now developing the Elder Scrolls 6 and Fallout 5 on Creation Engine 3, a shared technology platform we've been building since Starfield's launch. It allows our teams to support multiple projects simultaneously with new tools, rendering, and systems that define our games. Fallout 5 is currently in pre-production. The Elder Scrolls 6 is our primary development focus today, with the majority of our team currently working on the next chapter of the franchise. With over 65 million copies sold, players are still exploring Skyrim 15 years later, but we know it's been a very long wait for the sequel. The next chapter is on the way, where we planned to be, loving how it looks and playing it every day. We're where we plan to be. Sorry, I just had a malfunction. So they're playing it every day, which leads me to believe that they are in the game testing phase. Most of the production is most likely done, which does tie back to something that Todd Howard had said previously. He did mention that they are actively playing the game, and I think that spells a lot of, I guess, positive energy for those of us that are awaiting the game. I want them to do it correctly, but I'm ready for it to be here. And while I don't want them to rush into anything and make it a garbage game, I think that there is, I guess, opportunity for both things to happen here, where they get it done quickly and make it a good game. And I'm hoping that they can do so. The road ahead. Across Bethesda Game Studios, we're building for the future of Fallout, The Elder Scrolls, and Starfield. We're investing in our technology, bringing teams closer together, supporting our live games, expanding into new forms of entertainment, and developing the next generation of Bethesda RPGs. We couldn't be more excited for what's ahead and wanted to share as much as we could today. We can't thank you enough for all you've given to us and these worlds, and we can't wait to continue them together. Bethesda Game Studios. So, all that being said, I'm pleased with what I've seen here. I mean, all in all, they said all the right things, and obviously this came out because there have been a lot of people kind of spiraling online, because the question has gone from, what can we expect for Starfield? What's happening with these worlds and these cuts at Xbox? How is this going to impact my favorite game franchises? A lot of stuff was up in the air. So I think somebody at the executive level said, hey, we've got to get in front of this and make sure that, our fans and customers know what to expect from us moving forward and from our franchises. I mean, first and foremost, Bethesda is what it is because it has two powerhouse franchises. It's also got Doom in its repertoire. So, I mean, there's a lot of beloved franchises that go back to ZeniMax and Bethesda Studios. So this is, I would say, appealing, to say the least. But let me know what you guys think if you watch this. It's going to turn into a VOD, I imagine, because I live stream this. And like I said, I just decided to do this over a lunch break while I have stuff laying everywhere in my gaming room. Or in my office. This is my office, not my gaming room, because I don't have a gaming room at the moment from moving. But yeah, I've been busy. I will be back to content creation, but it's going to be a bit yet before I'm back on a consistent schedule. So for those of you that are here with me, I appreciate it. For any of you who watch this at a later date and you have comments, I'll be checking the comments on this as it switches to a VOD. So, feel free to let me know what you think about these notes, and I'll try to get something created on this soon. Obviously, there's a lot to unpack here, most of it positive, but a lot of it's just sprinkling stuff that most of us already knew with the remasters and talk of where Elder Scrolls 6 is at. Starfield, hearing that they do plan on doing that Starborn DLC, good news, I would say. And some other updates, definitely could use them. So I'm hoping they have some more free content. Take a page out of, Crimson Desert's book. Take a page out of some of these other developers that continually add stuff for free. I mean, Fallout 76 is a good example. They've given plenty of free content, keeps players engaged. And if you keep the players engaged, they may spend money on creations or, again, buying those DLCs that the game ends up having. So from that note, I will say thank you for being here. Cheers, friends. And I look forward to seeing you guys in some future videos. I hope to be making a couple shorts here soon, but without having a true studio. I'm not even using my gaming rig here. My gaming rig is currently sitting on the floor behind me. But once I can get kind of things straightened out on that end, I hope to bring some more content to you guys. So cheers, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.